Mm-hmm. Pull out the throat chakra.
And we are live now.
Happy Resurrection Sunday. Resurrecting power in the air.
Indeed. Same to you. This day is so special to me. Speaking about Resurrection Sunday, we here. We ain't do no theme song. We just live. We ain't do no sound bowls, the portal yet. We just here. Spontaneous. Organic.
Off the cuff.
Off the cuff, baby. That's what life is, off the cuff.
Reality live. Sounds like you have an audience.
It's just not yet. At least not in the physical. You see.
Okay.
There are beings here.
Exactly.
Yes.
Sounds like we're surrounded.
Okay.
We have our ancestors stepping up and pulling into position for us today.
Sorry, you cutting out. I was cutting out. I couldn't hear anything I was saying.
I was saying our ancestors are pulling up and putting themselves into position to be a part of what's going on with us today, especially. I feel the connection. I feel the risen energy.
Yes. Ache.
That's fine. That's resin energy. I like that. Resin. That's like resin. That's that like sap material in a tree. Resin.
Ah.
That's that sticky part. Yeah, it's real sappy.
Sap sucker just came to mind. Sap sucker.
Sap sucker.
Sucker.
Anytime I hear sucker, that takes me back to the octopus. Figure we get the octopus out the way early, because that takes me back.
Believe it or not, you got Master of Shep going into octopusy mode too, talking about the daggone 007 Bond movies and other stuff, making references to. There was a movie called. He's tapped into that stream, that channel too.
What was her name? What was her name? It was something pussy.
Oh.
There was a Sean Connery 007.
Right.
And the one Pussy Galore.
Oh my.
Pussy Galore. Yeah.
So many verbal references and inferences.
Yeah. Pussy Galore. Yeah, absolutely. That's like galore. Then you gotta look at like what galore means. Do you know what I mean? Look, the lore of the whole thing.
Yeah, or how about glory?
Glory.
There's a glory hole.
Well, that's the original birthing place of these beings on this plane.
Well, there are two types of glory holes. There's that glory hole. There's that glory hole the women have. Then there's a glory hole where the men get service, pleasure. Yeah. So
and they don't know which one. They don't know which one is coming at them too. I've heard.
It don't matter as long as you do your thing. Shit, your mouth is a mouth. Some say a hole is a hole. Some say.
That's technically a representation of the ethers.
All vortexes, huh?
That's right. You don't know what you're getting yourself into, but you expect to feel good.
See, I had some topics that I covered this week that are in the sexuality range, and I'm gonna approach them at some point. But one is
talking about sex now, octopusy, and dig this. dig this.
Yeah.
Because this is, this is metaphysically, sexually speaking, this is good sacred energy exchange. So this is good
Exactly.
sex. This is good tantra. And even with the octopussy came back around because it was triggered by hidden in plain sight from Precious Mother Love. Precious Mother Love hidden in plain sight brought back the octopussy from Bold Master Trismegistus. And so there it is. The portal that we created with the octopussy hidden in plain sight is part of I am it. We God hidden in plain sight. You see? And we have the ability to raise and lower our vibration at will to fit in at where we want to fit in at.
Yep.
Because we are written the full spectrum.
Yep. That's the
It's,
light.
it's all this is right there. It's it. We are it. See, we are it.
That's the light. You
Yeah.
know, it's like, pick the light. What's the light? What is light? What do you see when you busting nuts?
Well, speaking of nuts and bussing and light, I spoke about the circumcision of a man. I mean, I really the way I wanted to start off was to talk about the fact that every morning they rise toward the sun. I mean, a healthy man has an
Yeah.
erection in the
If
morning as the sun rises.
Oh,
It's like a
grand
salute to
rising.
the
Grand rising.
grand rising. Yes. And so and it actually has a the thallus, it is, and I believe it's the number one because the glory hole or the vaginal entrance is the 0 or the O, and the thallus is the 1, and when it permeates it, it is the sign or the symbol of phyllis or phi, with the meaning bringing a peaceful uh, of energy or a energy of pleasure. And that's just me boiling down what it says the definition is of phi. But and that's the beginning of one of my government name, PHY or PHI. But anyway, I wanted to speak about the circumcision because I think that is
Whoa,
a
whoa,
bit of
whoa, whoa.
spiritual real estate that we can't get back.
Hold on.
Spiritual
I'm
real
sorry.
estate that we can't get back. The circum.
I'm sorry. That was like a thorough. That was the funniest transition I've ever been involved in. You talking about the pleasure and the pleasing and all of that stuff, and then you immediately just jump right into circumcision. I can we
That's a measure of pleasure you'll never get back. That's a
circumcision? What
measure
was
of
you talking about
pleasure that
before?
I've been told is connected to our spiritual pleasures.
Circumcision?
Finish. I'm done. Well, okay. So if we wanna linger in that lane, to say that
Huh?
there is a solar connection to the like if we are plant people, and there's a lot of the plants, they rise to the sun. When the sun comes out, they put themselves in position to absorb the energy, get the download, get the whatever energy from that they're supposed to be receiving for their life, for their photosynthesis process. So I'm not saying that piece well, maybe it is altered to some degree, but on a person who has not been succumbed to the religious practice that is of circumcision. I don't know if we're all religious when we're thinking about it, but I think that is a measure of spiritual real estate that needs to be pondered. Like, is that something that we need to continue for the purpose of? Like for me, I'm thinking there's a shift that's going on energetically, and there the spectrum that we spoke about before was that there's a certain amount of feminine in every man, and there's some masculine in every female.
Now wait,
The
real
black
quick,
dot and the white
real
dot.
quick, please, real quick, before we go further into this thing, are we talking about male circumcision? We're talking about female circumcision, or just circumcision, period?
Male circumcision. I was speaking on the male circumcision. And for females, it's actually they sew it up, not actually allowing any penetration. So it's a totally different
They
religious
don't do
practice, but it is a religious practice.
there's
And
not a
you have to
circumcision
think
where
if,
the clit is cut,
huh?
the clitoris. There's not a female circumcision where the clitoris is cut off, a piece of the clit is cut.
Okay, I believe what I've seen is that they sew it from the bottom to the top. The labia gets sewed together and covers. I don't know about the clipping of the tip of the clitoris. Yes, no, I didn't know about that. But if that's one of them, then yeah, it's all about our sexuality
Well, this is what I'm talking about
to
because about you're talking about.
consider a
Oh, wait,
paradigm
wait. You're talking about
shift.
you're talking about cutting the same tip off, right? If you're cutting off the tip of a penis, then you're cutting off the tip of a
I don't know.
clitoris.
I've never.
This is what I'm asking.
Well, I
Like,
came across this
what are we
information
talking
because
about?
I was researching. Okay, we can go back to ground zero and say the sun has risen. This is a beautiful resurrecting Sunday, beautiful energy today. One love and wellness, Ashe.
That's right. You
I'm just saying,
got to
because
do your
like
homework when you come to class. It's Sunday school, baby. We
Sunday school,
students
like,
and
yo,
teachers.
slow down, slow down. We talking about like, wait, how you go from pleasure to circumcision? That's just, whoo, wait a minute. We got to get a hand. Hold the
Yeah, I kind of
reins.
wanted to talk about what we're
Hold the
missing,
reins.
what we're not tuned into. Yeah, we're not tuned into some things we need to be tuned into because they've changed our tune. There's some alterations that's going on that don't allow us to get to the place where what it really is for. I
All right,
believe there's some ascension that's involved in the act of sex.
so who is that? Who is they? Who is
That-
they making this happen?
That's right. And
Who's
and and are they
I
it more
believe there's
important?
some ascension in
which part? What does that
I
mean?
believe there's some ascension that we are not tuned into, that the regular person does not get to experience or tune into because they're not aware of that vortex being the it's also the kingdom of within is tapped into.
So what does that mean? What does that mean? Tapped into
What is the what?
that everything that you just said that apparently I'm supposed to understand and know. What does that mean? You got to break it down in layman's terms.
Okay. So the we talked about last time the vortex, and Shep and I had a conversation where we talked about the levels to what a man possesses as far as the kingdom of heaven and it being within. I said that there is a key that the man is the key and the woman is the lock, and when they engage and connect, depending on the connection, there may be a bit of heaven that's tapped into, that internal kingdom of heaven, that we actually possibly bastardize because we don't give it the spiritual real estate that it is deserving of. I say we,
Who
but on the
is we?
average, the, the I say
What
we, but I
which
mean
believers
the
made we?
average the average person, the average human being is taught away from the actual potential of the glory of sex.
Which is why
There are
we're
some
it.
cultures that get into it, that tap into it. Like there's a book, the sexology.
And so
Yeah.
what I that I admit the
So the
purpose.
book.
I admit it's a philosophy and a lifestyle. So that's why it's important for us to say this is the way we've been taught, generally speaking. This way most people are, a lot of people, and then we say this is what I admit is doing about it. I admit is being the example in this way. And so what you think about like the Tao sexology and those things, as I admit, what my person's holding space for is for those of us, if it resonates, organize the information where it makes sense to you, and then when you begin to experience it, put it into practice, and then you truly then become a vaccination to the situation that of the so-called metaphysically speaking, the cancerous energy, the toxic masculine energy that's running rampant. You become the vaccination because you're providing the correct information from your experiences. So you're saying, hey, this is what they put out there, and because they did this, most of us think this way. And so what I.M.I.T. is doing is I.M.I.T. has got this information about who we are, and as a representative of I.M.I.T. being of this, we went down this lane and we put this together, and our experience says they did this, and here's a solution that I'm currently involved with. So that's what we hold in space for. We solution oriented because we it. We can talk about what they doing all god daggone day. But if we don't talk about what I'm doing, what we doing, then it's not as holistic as it could be. And so
So
while we're
what's
doing,
your
we're giving energy to them. We want to
exactly?
do is we want to acknowledge them, yet give the energy back. This is an ejaculation, baby. The ejaculation is when you say, well, they doing this, they doing this. However, nigga, we doing this shit right here. You see, we got this going on. We discussed this shit. We took this for like they said this. We said, wait a minute, that ain't right. We say this sounds more right. We experienced that shit, and that shit feels good. So that's metaphysical ejaculation because you saying you took some information, some energy, you integrated it, became one with it, and it feels good. So
Mm,
again, this is space we're holding as the dean of the I.C.U. and shit like that. We're just saying, this is
yeah,
we holding this space. So when we have our discussions, it's more holistic from a certain perspective.
it's that injasm.
Okay.
This
Yes, yes, we are.
resurrection
We
Sunday.
are it.
No, wait,
Yeah,
wait. What did he say? What did he say? Say again.
we just say this is Resurrection Sunday, and
Yeah.
so this is a game. The inner child is having fun. We're gonna play this motherfucking game all year. Resurrection self. I admit. Resurrection. I admit. So now we got to go through this solar cycle of what does it look like for this solar cycle? Because last
Mm,
solar cycle we did some shit. It was pretty. We did some cool shit last solar cycle, but now we resurrected. We have some new insights from the winter solstice, from going inside the hibernation. So as we come back out in the spring, how are we going to spring forth a new being? So that's what this motherfucking resurrection is all about.
yeah. I say. That's oh man. Yeah. Yeah. It's the next level of things. You see what I'm saying? Where we feel this energy. We did that. Now where are we going? What's the deal? Up and up and up and up and up and up. And sometimes to go up, you gotta go low. Because down is up. Down is up and up is down. You see what I'm
Man,
saying?
this shit is
In
crazy.
is out. Out is in.
Whoa, out, and then that means there you go, out is in. And then what's that way? What's that? Is that way also that way?
And then you struggle to the east, and then you struggle to the west.
Oh,
Then you
oh,
struggle to the one that you love the best.
That's right. The
whoa!
experience you love the best. What experience you love the best? You
Sound
give
like
your
some
energy to
lyrics
that
too.
because it's all tantra, baby. It's all tantra.
Oh, tantra. Mm. I don't know anything about that. Beard, I don't know anything about anything. I don't know anything about anything. I'll be chilling.
Well,
Shit.
love is in the air.
Is it? What's the air? What's the air?
I got
What?
my yellow on with the air.
Yeah. What is the air? What's the air?
The the
'Cause
the
I don't see it. I don't see it, but apparently it's right here in front of my face, and I still don't know what it is and the properties that are involved in it. You see what I'm saying? I'm breathing it right now, and
it's
apparently
hidden
that's
in
the
plain sight.
whole life-giving sustenance to my substance in and apparently it has something to do with my upstance, right? Me going up, my ascension and so forth and so on, but I don't know what it is. and ask people like, well, you know what it is? I don't know. What is air? One of the elements.
It's an element that's combined with a bunch of other chemicals or things that are on the chemical chart.
What?
Other
What?
other
what
elements.
which
It's
ones?
not an it's not
What
by
are?
itself. It's a container for
Huh?
the ether.
What's the? Whoa! Wait! Whoa! Wait! Hold up! Wait a minute! Wait a minute! You gave me you said it's a whole bunch of elements, whole bunch of this and that and so forth and so on. Ingredients, right? So there's ingredients, right? So we got air.
Right.
Air is the ingredients, right? So ingredients has a list of other things. What are those things? It's not just this and that. Apparently, you're breathing it, and it's making you alive. It's making you talk. You see what I'm saying? This is the power that
Right.
comes in with the everything that is all around all the time. So what is that? It's not just that ingredients over there or that. Personally, I'm telling you, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sitting here, I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? Because apparently everybody knows it. I don't know everything. You see, and I always come from that saying, I don't know everything. I'm asking these questions because this shit is weird. You So I'm asking, like, what is this air that we talk about that we so heavily depend upon that's supposedly doing everything for you, but yet doing nothing apparently because we don't appreciate it.
Okay, well, I could always look it up on Google.
And we didn't even start with the bowls and nothing. I haven't played a bowl. We
go,
haven't done
go
nothing.
to the Google guides. Give me a minute.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
But it seems like it's a container for
okay, maybe we can kick.
water. Water is like
Go
air, I
ahead.
suppose. It dilutes things. It's a container for things. It's a chemical combination of many things.
All right. Got the spiritual and
Here we go.
metaphysical side to that. Marietta? Mariana. So Mariana has
I'll
joined
look
us
it up
today.
while you guys can move on.
Yeah. So how's the
Greetings,
voice?
Mariana. Thank you.
Uh,
Hey, Miriam.
Yes, keep it coming. Keep it coming. I know that mind's working.
all right. So Mariana came in in the middle of the question of what is air. Tony mentioned it's an element, and but yeah, you can't see it. You know, what is it? What is it? You know, you may experience some benefits, but what is it? Yes, it's one of the elements, but a metaphysical component would be God. Because some people would describe it as God. You can't see it, you can't touch it, but you feel, believe that it exists because you experience some stuff that contribute to what they say it is. So yeah, energy also, because everything is energy. Right.
Right.
From a
So that's
certain
what I'm.
perspective,
So this is the inner sense, right? So we got energy and we got God, right? We came out of that. We got energy and God.
what's the
Energy,
difference?
right? That's what I'm saying. What's the difference? We got generator, operator, destroyer, which is energy all the way around. That's energy. I'm looking to destroy this, or I'm looking to generate this, or I'm looking to operate this. You see what I'm saying? It's all three, the three in one, right? So we got the three in one. So
Energy,
that
baby.
means that you can
Everything.
jump from, what I'm saying? You can jump from there to anywhere all the time, in here, out there, in, out, up, as above, so below, and eat up, whatever, all of it. And so forth
Anytime,
and so on.
anytime, time frame.
Right,
That's
anytime. Time changes
Yeah,
not.
well,
All things change in time.
ah.
my signal's not the best for me to look up on Google right now.
All right. Plus, that's Google is AI anyway, so we just use that sometime to check in just to see what they got to say about it, but we are the original intelligence. So we just have these discussions to come up with our own, answers. There it
Yeah.
is. Uh-huh.
Ooh, ooh. I look it up. Anything I've said, look it up. Look it up. It's like, yep. You can look it up on Google. You can look it up within yourself. Either way, these are the answers that you already had. And then when someone tells you that, it's like, I knew that already. I already knew that. That was why does that just feel just right? It feels right because it is right. You already thought that. And then
Yeah.
now you have physically come into the place to manifest your original thought.
The original Thoth.
Oh, oh, not that emerald nigga.
That's
Yeah,
right.
nigga. Yeah, that's how it goes. It's green nigga. But now to keep it light and offensive and all kinds of different stuff. So yeah, very much offensive. Offensive is part of this whole. Someone's offended and like, yeah, be offended. Be offended. Be good. Be good. Why are you offended? That was your secret thought. It was in your secrets.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, how did you get in this safe? How did you access that safe? You
Which
knew the
safe?
code? You knew
The
the code?
Akashic safe.
Whoa! What the
Ah,
It's in the
Akashic
breath,
safe? Goddamn, the Akashic safe.
which is in the
Mm,
air.
so
wow.
special. Oh, how did you do that? That's so special. Yeah, you do that because you're magical. Because you're a god, goddess. God, apparently God has a gender, so we have to say the difference between them, right? God and goddess, right? But you still have the same caduceus energy running through you. That's both snakes, both sides. And both of them niggas come together and then that makes your wings at the top. Now you flying. You don't know how you flying because you just on that feeling. You just on that shit. Oh, God. Oh. There it is again. Something else I don't know. But I know because I know that I know. So we ask questions to find out what we know. And then we talk shit. We talk shit about it. Oh, you think you know something? Good. Let's talk shit about it. Let's see what you know, what you know.
Here we go. Here we are. Talk shit
Well,
about
here's
Yes,
the
you are.
esoteric
Yeah.
shit, light,
here's the definition for air.
3D reality and shit.
Yeah.
What
I'm
you
gonna
know
shut
about
up.
3D reality from a God's perspective, from the energy perspective.
Yeah. You got
Oh,
it. You got it. And you knew that. You already knew that.
so the definition of air: the invisible gaseous substance surrounding the earth, a mixture mainly of oxygen and nitrogen. Air: the impression of a quality or manner given by someone or something. She answered with a faint air of boredom. Air as a verb
Mm, that sounds like a tip.
expresses an opinion or grievance publicly.
Yeah.
So the first one I think is what would be more applicable: the invisible gaseous substance surrounding the earth, a mixture of mainly oxygen and nitrogen.
Can you mind reading the second one? Because I thought the second one was also very influential.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is the next one. An air implies an exposing or parading of one's sympathy and attention.
Right? Your attention. Right? You parading your shit out.
So I'll read the second one as you requested. It's
The air,
airing it out, letting it breathe.
air it out.
Yeah.
So the
Let this bitch breathe. That's a song, by the way. Let this bitch breathe. Everybody likes things when they're in a song.
Breathe again. I never
Oh,
need
let shall
to
breathe
cry
again.
again.
Oh, shall never breathe and breathe again. Breathe again.
Oh, and there was
Kelly
the other.
Braxton.
What was it? No air. Chris Brown and
Mm.
Yeah, man. Oh,
Chris Brown.
classic.
Yeah, I remember that.
No way. Oh.
I mean, I could breathe with no air. Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
that joke rocking there.
yeah.
It go hard.
Remember that? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No
Yeah.
air
Like
niggas.
being without God. How can you breathe without no air? How can you exist without being connected? Because
That's
once you
the you
connect,
tell
that's
me
death,
how
decay.
can
Yeah.
I breathe with no air? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I do that? What is air? What is it? How can you breathe with no air?
Oh,
That's the
that's a
question.
so
If you have a artificial apparatus,
Right now, we don't need
oh,
an artificial apparatus. You got an official apparatus within you. Do you know what it is? This
oh.
is where the things come from. Everything that's artificial,
Perfect.
everything that's fake is coming from something that's real. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's
so you're
artificial.
saying
Yeah, it's a
so you
fake
can hold your
person.
breath and you can expand it.
Have you ever tried? Yes, you can. You can hold your breath and expand it. It takes a little bit of time because you have to practice it. It takes time over time, over time, over time. You got to keep practicing it so that you can get to it. Use the hold your breath right now. This is the
Hmm.
difference where it comes in talking about it and actually doing it. You see
Hmm.
what I'm saying? We can talk about all this kind of stuff. Talk about. How long do you actually hold your breath on a continuous basis? Because Neville Goddard told you, I'm so happy and grateful that multiple streams of income have come from all kinds of cosmos and ethers and so forth in multiple sources on a continuous basis, right? So it's told you that this is happening on a continuous basis. How often do you tap into that continuous basis? Not much. Not much. Can't hold your breath for too long. You see what I mean? Can you hold your breath for over a minute? Because once you've realized that you can hold your breath for over a minute, then you realize that you can hold your breath for over a minute and a half. And then once you get to a minute and a half over practice, just like that weight, that nigga that's in the gym lifting weights to get from 135 to 315 can also hold his breath from 1 minute 30 to 2 minutes. And then so forth and so on. And further and further. Problem is we don't
You
practice.
still holding it, Chef?
And the child be having his imagination.
Yeah.
Okay, the child imagination is doing some stuff because it looks at the extremes. You got the foodivore, you got the omnivore, vegetarian, vegan, plant based, but then you got the foodivore, those that eat food, all types of food. Then you got the fruitarians, different levels of foodivore. You got the fruitarians, then you got the breatharians who eat no food.
There you go.
So if you say you can sustain off food, that could be your main source of sustenance because you're eating things to extract the chi from it, and what they call the vital minerals, the chi in their mineral form that resonates with the physical body. So we can connect that way. Then we can say, well, fuck it, why eat the food? We just through the air, we can get the chi
So
directly from the air.
now
So that's
I just want to
right. Here
throw
we go.
in
That
there.
imagination.
There you
That
go.
third way is okay. How to say this physical body, we're going to allow it to fully rest, as in it doesn't need to breathe because consciousness will maintain its integrity. And so we're actually able to, like some people say, astral project. We're saying we're going to the astral project in such a way that even the breath leaves, and we're aware of this. So they can say, he ain't breathed in 3 days. Then we just come back to the motherfucking body and start breathing. Hey, you thought nigga was dead, huh?
Nigga, I'm
We was
150.
outside, we took the breath and we were sustaining it like a muppet, a puppet. So that's a level of awareness that we're saying is possible to get to. Yeah. Why? Because you are it. Or why? Because I am it. And so are you. Yeah. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, sure. Yeah. Imagination be going like, this is the place for the imagination to run free. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So there you have it.
For
Want to share that?
that's good. That's one of my words, frolic.
Frolic. What is that?
Yeah.
What is frolic? Now you got to go into it. This is Sunday school where everybody, the student and the teacher. Got to make it plain like we don't know. Shit, if you do,
Because
we
I
got to make it
don't.
plain like we don't know.
I
So we
don't
all
know.
know.
I'm asking questions. I'm sitting there asking questions. I'm like, yo, some shit in fucking my head. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that means. Like, I need to get this shit together. Can we ask a little bit of questions and find out what's sorry, I had to cut out a phone call, but what was the last point? The last point we were talking about, because I ain't even gonna lie, I
Oh,
had a
oh
question.
yeah, yeah. The Trinity, the Trinity is beautiful because on the Trinity of sustainability, you got on one extreme the more material, the more physical, the more dense, which is food. Rawr, rawr, rawr. That lower vibration. Eat this, oh, let's eat. Rawr, rawr, rawr. You got the
Mm-hmm.
other extreme, and fuck that motherfucking food. We just extract the motherfucking chi from around us. We just, we sustain. You feel that?
Yes.
A
Then you
cheatarian.
got, and then you got, well, you ain't gotta fucking breathe. We ain't gonna be doing too much. We just fucking leave the body. We ain't gonna fucking breathe. Fucking
Just coast.
like that. Now, how
Just
are you sustained if you're not breathing? How are you sustained with no air? We are in the place where air comes from.
Yogi.
right.
Air comes from someplace. We are now traveling. We travel to that place with our awareness and consciousness. So
Mm.
since we're in this place, gateway, mother love, since we're in gateway, we're just sending energy like the sun to earth. We sending energy to the motherfucking body.
This portal.
Nah.
What is a portal? What
You
actually is a portal? You see what I'm saying? We opening
hey,
up portals, but in that fire and in that turning, in that spinning is encompassed everything.
ah.
So this portal that you open, because you calling out anything out of the portal. So the portal must be made of anything.
It's made of everything. It's
Hey,
infinite. It's the
it's
black hole,
infinite.
the essence of
The,
source.
the black hole, the portal of what you're going through, and then the actual hole is also another form of infinite. Is that a word? Infinite. Infinite.
Yeah.
Had to catch myself. That's infinite. Constance. Constance. I had a John I was dating back in the day. Her name was Constance. That shit, that was funny out there. It was Constance. You
Well,
know what I'm
constant
saying?
thing. Call it
Constance
Connie.
ain't here no more. You know what I'm saying? But instance.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm
Constant.
saying?
It's like a
Pro
constant.
stance. Professional stance. It's the professional stance. You see what I'm saying? You professional on a level that's professional. Professional. Profession. Eon again. I-L-I-O-N. It's eon. Electrically charged particle. Profess. Sion.
Portal.
Portal. Yes. Portal.
Portal is a doorway. Portal is a gate. Portal is an entrance. Portal is an especially large, imposing one.
Mm. Especially large, imposing one.
Don't get that one. That don't really resonate yet.
Sounds like a nigger.
Yeah.
One love, one love.
Shy.
Hey, yo, we just talking about characteristics of shit. That's the definition. Especially
Well,
large, opposing one. Sounds like a motherfucker from the NFL. You know what I'm saying? The
it
NFL.
says, yes, it's
The offensive
an
line.
entrance.
An entrance, right? You trying to get in that hole, trying to get to Tom Brady, right? Take this apparently
But it's also a way out.
seven
It's,
winner ring nigga down, right? The white boy who's a seven ring winner nigga. Yeah. You gotta find that hole and get in there. Apparently he found the hole with the
Yeah.
Patriots and the
More than one.
Bucks. Yes, right. Right.
Yeah.
yeah,
Several
Multiple
but
times the
times.
Patriots ain't
portals
talking
are
about sack
portals are
formation.
entrance.
Say again.
Portals are also exits.
That's right.
Portals are also exits. It's a doorway. It's a gateway, but it's an entrance. It's a way in and a way out. It's an exit and an egress.
Good Lord. Good God. Damn, this is two-way
So you
street.
said 7 rings. Have you heard about the?
Heard about the what?
So can I portal to talking more about the sun and the solar
Absolutely.
eclipse?
Yeah, this is
Let's
yeah,
get to
let's
that at
go.
some point because that solar
There
eclipse, when he said 7, it kind of rang a bell.
for
That
questions or
7, when he said,
throw it out there. Yeah. Just give it Mariana
does she have a
the
question? Tell her come closer to the mic when
nah,
she does.
yeah, just remind her that's the way we flow. We just, we just yes, there's a little bit of silence or something. Hey, want to transition here or want to add something to it or
I'm interested about the solar eclipse that's coming up.
All right, there we go. She's interested.
Say that
See?
again.
Perfect timing.
About the solar eclipse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what's about to happen next week? Is niggas
Yeah.
gonna
Okay.
change? Is
Right.
my X-Men
Okay.
powers
So
coming in? Can I get some X-Men shit?
Right.
And Y and Z too. X, Y,
Yeah.
Z, all men and women.
So what you gotta do? Pick which X-Men you
speaking
wanna
of
be.
the X, that's the way that's the direction. So the solar eclipse is forming an X across the United States.
That's what they say.
Right. That's
The solar,
X-Men.
That's
yeah,
right.
the X across the United States. So the last one in 2017 went from the across Seattle and down through to Florida. Well, it took that angle, and then the one this time is coming up from Mexico to Maine. So the X where it crosses in the middle, and this is something I think Master Shep was sharing about that X is supposedly somewhere where there's going to be a great phenomenal, that particular location will have been energized. Are you speaking, Tony? There's
No.
something going on in the background. I can't hear. It keeps cutting in and out. Is there something?
No, let's
Oh,
hold on. Let's down some maybe
well,
three or
maybe it's
four.
my phone. Maybe I need to come out.
Okay. See, how about now?
Yeah. So no, I was saying that X. That's great. Okay. Yeah, that's much better. So yeah, so there's an X that was formed across that will be once the solar eclipse comes. This time there will be a formation of an X that comes across in the middle of the United States, somewhere between Missouri and Illinois and Kentucky. When I'm looking at the map, and so it took a path where last time in 2017 it crossed. And this is, some religious person that put this information together. So I'm not saying that this is absolutely true as to the conclusion that he came to, but he said that the stripe last time went across 7 Salem cities, and the stripe this time will go across 7 Nineveh cities. Nineveh is the city, the richest city, the oldest city. It's in the Bible. Salam or Salem means peace. So last time it came in peace. And so this time as it comes across, it is taking us back to to an original energy. I believe that it's bringing us back to a frequency that will allow us to tie into some of that original energy. It's a place where they're talking about is some Egyptian energy that's in that area. So we've heard about that Egypt has some origins in the U.S. So apparently some of that is being discovered. This 2024 is supposed to be the year, or say supposed to be. I have resonated with that this is the year of the truth, which is what, Cat Williams started off with. He said something about this is the year of the truth, and a lot of truths are coming out,
Well,
coming to the light, what's been done in the dark. So Yeah, so this energy that what I feel, X marks the spot. I feel there's a sexuality shift as well. So that's my thought. That's me thinking this. It will come when the new moon is in Aries, and Aries is a stuff starter. Aries is a you know, it sounds airy. You know, it's air sign. They are using in the mountains amongst the thinner air.
So,
So and they're used to setting the sights high. They're used to shooting for the sky and, you know, looking toward the ascension. That Aries is one of the signs that kicks off the process of ascension, which each star sign, each sun sign after that has the same, you know, is kind of like the next step on the ladder to the process of not evolution, but resonation and materialization, resonating with it and then, you know, setting it and forgetting it, let it all fall into place.
so what's interesting about this whole thing is you mentioned Nineveh, right? Nineveh is deep. Nineveh is Jonah. You see what I'm saying? Jonah in the
Right,
belly of the whale. You see what I'm saying?
right.
The whole story was Jonah was supposed to go to Nineveh, apparently. Supposed to go to Nineveh to preach or do whatever he was supposed to do. Apparently, there's some shit that he was supposed to do in Nineveh. Supposed to do some shit. He was supposed to focus on some shit in Nineveh. Because God came to him and told him that Jonah, nigga, I need you to go to Nineveh. You see what I'm saying? Simple as that. That's
Yeah.
that's one of the oldest Bible stories. Everybody know that story, Jonah and the whale. Or the fish, or the whatever the fuck it was that swallowed him up in the middle of the goddamn ocean. Right? So they
Right.
would bring Atlantis into this again, because I gotta mention, I gotta
Wasn't he
make
there for 3 days?
in the belly of the whale for 3 days.
Then it was resurrected.
Yeah.
And then he was spit out on the beach. Spit that nigga up on the beach after 3 days. Apparently, the whale had a stomach ulcer or something. He was like, oh man, wait a minute. Oh, it's something. Oh. Let me
Taught
go
him a lesson.
sit up on land. I don't need this in my waters. Spit that nigga up on the
He
beach.
taught him a lesson.
Now he want to go do what God told him to do. So that's like the story in a nutshell, right? He was in it. That's the story in a nutshell. But then let's think about the psychology of that, or what was actually going on. What's the deal? You see what I'm saying? First of all, nigga gets swallowed up by a fish. That means you probably somewhere where you probably shouldn't be.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Wrong place, wrong time. Got it. Or and I'll even flip it to
I
say
looked
he's
up the
in the
word
right
Nineveh,
place.
and
I would even flip it to say that he's in the right place at the right time.
It is
Because
too.
that whale swallowed him up. He swallowed him up, and then 3 days later.
Swallowed.
So
Have you
how's
ever
it
been swallowed up?
swallowed up? You ever been
Swallowed. Have you been?
swallowed up? You know, in the belly of a whale, been swallowed up, right? Like, what
That's
is
it.
this that they're talking about? It's a whole lot of swallowing going on around here. What the fuck? Like, what is going on? Moses is swallowing
Nineveh is
serpents and stuff. Moses serpents swallowing the other serpents. We got whales swallowing up niggas. We got this.
A lot of swallowing.
A lot of swallowing. His eye is on the sparrow, right? And the sparrow is like a swallow. That's another little small bird. They call it a swallow. You see what I'm saying? We all know about these things. It's like, oh, we're getting swallowed up. What's happening?
Oh. Um, the child get the milk and the adult get the meat. And you
Mm,
eat the meat, you swallow the meat.
mm.
You swallow the word, ingestion the word.
Swallow the
You
milk.
swallow, you become one in a sense. That's another. You swallow to become one with.
Mm.
Mm.
There's a lot of swallowing going on.
so they're calling this eclipse the Nineveh path eclipse, the Nineveh eclipse path. They're calling like the path of totality is the Nineveh eclipse.
Well, if you
That's
make a
what
house in
this is
order,
being
There's also
called.
a 9 in that.
yeah,
Nine. Nine.
And
Nine
Nineveh is
Vav. What does Va mean? What does Va? VAH. Because the first word in Nineveh is 9.
Or
And what does
VEH,
Va? What does Va
Nineveh.
mean? Ninny. Just because you pronounce it Ninny, that's 9. Nine. That's 9.
It is
Ninny.
not.
Ninny, right? So then we got Ninny Va. What does Va mean? What is Va? Can we look up Va, please? Somebody, I don't have a computer right here. I have a blunt that I'm about to start smoking. So I can calm down.
Well, you know,
Va, like a vase that holds flowers, like a va.
close. Bomb is that's bomb though. From those
So
shots.
Nineveh, the meaning from the Bible says the native name appears as Ninua. It's written in the as with the character for water enclosure for that because there are fish inside. So fish inside is what's implied by Nineveh, that there are fish inside.
Mm,
But it's also,
but
fish is also the symbol for Christianity. But it's also when they talk about April Fool's Day, the easily caught fish, they say April Fool's, which is tomorrow, the 1st of April, because they switched the beginning of the year around on them, and it was an energetic shift. And they're saying that was what they called it, April Fool's Day, because of the easily caught fish.
so two fish is also Pisces, and
Yes,
Pisces is, and what is
yes.
Pisces in the zodiac? What level is Pisces? Pisces
Fish,
apparently is the most powerful motherfuckers in the zodiac, apparently. Or what is the definition of that?
Pisces.
Either the last or the first.
Mm-hmm.
Because
So
you
the
know, in
first
the
shall be last,
procession of
but
the
the last
equinox,
shall
it
be
goes
first.
backwards. It goes Pisces, Capricorn, Aquarius. I mean,
Aquarius.
Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, Sagittarius, in the procession. So we
Mm-hmm.
say well, Aries, this, that, and the other. So you know,
It says zodiac Pisces. Pisces
So
is symbolized by two fish swimming in opposite directions, representing the constant division of Pisces' attention between fantasy and reality.
mm-hmm.
oh,
So that's
our
above and
language is
below.
magic
There we go.
between the spirit
Above and
world and
below. That's your real shit and your fake shit. That's your AI, your artificial intelligence, and your intelligence. Real
Pisces, it's a water sign. Well, you
water,
being a twin,
and then water can drown you, and you can swim in it.
oh,
the signal is messing up on me.
right.
Shit,
Oh yeah. So
water.
It's
as Gemini,
it says
uh,
Pisces is the
That's the duality.
Pisces. Oh, Pisces is symbolized as the final sign. Pisces has absorbed every lesson, the joys and the pains, the hopes and the fears. It's learned by all other signs, but this makes the fish the most psychic, the most empathetic, and the most compassionate creature of the astrological wheel, which, with such immense sensitivity, Pisces can easily become swallowed by emotions and must remember to stay grounded in the material realm. Appropriately, Pisces rule the feet.
wow, yeah,
Yeah, even Pisces got swallowed up.
swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up?
Swallowed up. That's how. So if Pisces is getting swallowed up, because that's the
Oh,
final. That's the thing. So you got Pisces and Aries, which is on the back end of each other, right? The first shall be last, and last shall be first, right? So you got
yeah,
this and that. Pisces, Aries, boom. So I'll swallow up two fish, fight, chasing each other's tails. What chases his tail? Cat, dog,
cats,
cat,
dogs.
chase the tail. You know what I'm saying? What's the tail? What's the tail? Why is the tail so important? And why do niggas keep chasing
Like
it?
God, yeah, well, yeah, men chase tails. Chase that tail. Got to get that ass. You
Its
know.
You
tail
know?
is a long booty.
It's the what?
It
Oh,
says, this water sign should remember that problems cannot be solved by swimming away.
Mm.
It says, willful ignorance will never make conflict disappear. It only gives it the chance to grow. It
yeah,
says, Pisces is ruled by Neptune, the celestial body that governs creativity and dreams. And these ethereal fish adore exploring their boundaries, imaginations, and its more nefarious form, however, Neptune also oversees illusion and escapism.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Can you go back? Can you go back to the statement you made right before this one? Because
right
that
before
was
the smoke.
deep. Right, right. Because
To the
that was
what?
deep. Nah, because I remember hearing. I was like, yo, don't move, don't like. You got to go. You got to expand on that because you be talking some deep stuff, like saying stuff that leads into other things. That's like that brings clarity. But if we just move on real fast, and it's like we
It
can
says
forget the point.
Neptunian energy is like the energy of the ocean,
Mm.
magical, mysterious, and often scary. When the fog is thick on the water, the horizon is obstructed, and there is no differentiation between the sky and the sea.
Mm, mm. Wait a minute. Like seriously, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Like I almost get. Would you mind reading it again? Like that was deep. That was deep. Like just thinking about that. Like that's on just that sentence. It's scary. It's unknown. It's what? What are you saying?
Yes. It says those with those that sun sign. I'm gonna read the next sentence and then go back. It says these impressionable fish prefer wearing rose-colored glasses and address than to address their problems, which can cause a Pisces reputation of being flaky and delusional. Okay, so I'll go back to the
No, that's
Pisces is
not what I
ruled
was
by
talking about.
I know. Pisces is ruled by Neptune, the celestial body that governs creativity and dreams. And these ethereal fish adore exploring their boundaries, imagine and imaginations. It's in this nefarious form, however, Neptunians also oversee illusion and escapism. Neptunian energy is like the energy of the ocean, magical, mysterious, and often scary. When the
Yes.
fog is thick on the water, the horizon is obstructed, and there is no differentiation between the sky and the sea.
All right. So real quick, I'm gonna put this into like some real nasty terms for y'all so we can understand this on a deeper level as to how this whole thing blends in. All of us have been in the ocean, correct? Have you ever peed in the ocean?
Yes.
All right. Now, could you separate your pee from the
Did
ocean?
you freeze?
No. I'm gonna say, can you hear me? Am I back? Am I here?
Oh, maybe I said yes to something that went in and out. Yeah, I can hear you now. You might have said something about peeing in the water. I didn't say
I
yes to
did.
that. I've said yes
Okay.
to being to,
That's what I'm
to
saying.
being in the water.
Oh,
Okay. Have you ever peed in the ocean?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you go and separate your pee from the ocean?
No.
No.
Mm.
Don't
Yeah,
So
think
for a little
so.
bit, maybe. Depending upon
yeah, you must have a hell of a strainer. That's a hell of a strainer. I'd like to know that type of science. That's some good science right there. That's a science. That's scientific. If you can separate your pee from the ocean, that's some shit. We need to all know that. We need to know what you doing. You know
No,
what
but you
I'm saying? Like
you can
that's the-
see it though, right? Like you can see the pee in the ocean for a little bit. You can see the color.
yeah, maybe like a little cloud or something.
A
If it comes
cloud.
out, you said
Yeah.
it's,
now. Now,
then
precious.
it becomes one, you know.
Get a
Then it
warm
is
Precious. My
feeling.
love.
swallowed up. Then it's swallowed
Could
up.
you swallowed up? Could you please read that same statement that you just read again in all of the terms? And then also, I don't know what
Every time I
nefarious
touch
means. I don't know what nefarious means, but you know, I mean, that'll be. Like, I mean, I can imagine what it means, but it's like, and I probably know what it means after somebody tells me. Like, oh yeah, okay, that shit. That's I call that. You know what I mean?
We got
So it's
Nefertiti out
that it kind of does. It has some kind of
there. That's fertility.
nefarious, nefer,
Nefarious.
nefarious. What does that
Nefarious.
mean?
Nefer,
What is that?
Neti.
Near far.
Near, ooh, near far, so close but so far. God damn, I didn't know it was there. I didn't know it was just right there. If I would have known that it was just right there, then I would have gotten it. I didn't. I didn't know. So
Ah,
yeah, but that's
So close,
communication.
but so far.
So close but
got
so far. Just
got a
communicating. Hey,
funny joke on this ascension. We just came just now. It's like
uh-oh.
if we would have known that God was this close. It was God was right there the whole time, right where, right inside here. If we would have known this, like we thought we was out there looking for him somewhere. Well, motherfucker, we got to find God. And did you find God? Did you find God? Have you found God? Well, the motherfucker, we thought he was lost, but the whole time he right there on the inside, right here on the inside. We must have missed it when Yeshua said it's right on the inside. We got distracted from that. It was like, so yeah,
The kingdom
that
of
just
heaven is within.
I am
right.
the way, the truth, and the light. I
Yeah.
am the way, the truth, and the light.
Like
Hmm.
we ought to
Mm.
know it was right here the whole time. Could have been
I'll
doing
never
more
leave
magic.
you or forsake you.
What's those other ones? What's the other ones when they were saying all the chakras like I am, I feel, I know, I
Well, is your
shit.
issue?
I think, I speak.
It's an aspect of God.
Mhm.
Everything is God. Uh-huh. Yeah.
And you are capable of doing all these things. So it's like I think. I
Uh,
think I am the way and the truth and the light. I know I am the way, the truth, and the light. I am the way, the truth, and the light. I feel the way, the truth, and the light. You see what I'm saying? All of these
I
things, these are
see.
haikus. Haikus,
mhm.
that's words of
I
power.
sense, I see the
I
truth
sense,
and
I
the light.
see. All kinds of make up
Myself
some
is the
stuff.
truth and the light. Hmm.
Make up some new stuff. I heard those ones. We'll make up. What's something else? Can you make up something else? Like, can I make up? And I'm directing it on me. Can I make up something else? I'm like, let me see. What is
Gotcha.
some? Oh,
We
uh
didn't we didn't fully make it up. We just rearranged it. We put
oh.
our on it. Uh, the sister just asked, Mariana just asked, is intuition God? I hope I can.
Yes.
Is intuition God?
Yes.
So as a high
Yes.
priest, as I admit, spokesperson, we say everything is God.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
As
Mm-hmm.
speaking about the
It's a
chakra,
formal.
right? So dig this.
Low and high.
Speaking about the in my person's initiation modality of ascension, it has this plan. It looks at the seven major energy centers
Uh-huh.
as um, the highest manifestation of
Right.
God
Right.
in that form.
I'll be in a minute.
So it also associates intuition with the brow, with the
The third
sixth
eye.
right. So yes, that's God, and how is it manifest in you in the brow? And we were just talking about like Aries or Scorpio or death. At some point, we'll just
So,
take death for example. Death, the zodiac is Scorpio, because Aries governs Aries, the planet. Scorpio is the constellation, and we've heard there's an angel of death.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But there's also saying the devil kills,
Mm-hmm.
but the devil kills, but God also has an angel of death, and that angel of death kills.
Mm-hmm.
So both the niggas kill. That's something different. But the angel of death as Mars in my person's system, that says that's your solar plexus because Mars is your passion. That's
Right.
your
Emotions up there. Yeah.
And sometimes we get so angry and upset, we want to kill somebody, which is an extreme on the outside, which may be seen as the devil. However, if you say, you know what, this resurrection Sunday, could be every day, but we're doing a solar resurrection. We do monthly resurrections with the moon, the solar resurrections every cycle with the sun, daily resurrections every 24 hours. So there's all these resurrections, even from the experience. Like once we leave this experience,
There'll be another.
right? And ideally, because this is Soulful Sundays, there should be something that we swallow. integrate, that that when we leave here, we're changed a little bit. We're gonna see things or say things or show up just a little bit different because we've had a resurrection from this experience. And we look at all of our experiences like that, over time, we are really ascending because we're seeing every experience as an opportunity for us to gain something and then implement it. Right. So again, back to the chakras and how everything is God from a simple perspective. When we say, oh, these seven major, another way of looking at that is this is part of the I am it philosophy, along with soul healing. This is kind of, they've been merged, they've been swallowed up. So we use yin yang, two things with the I am it philosophy. We use the yin yang, the white and the dark, right? And the seven hermetic principles, the seven universal principles. Right, because ideally, these principles of mentalism, the law of correspondence, law of vibration, law of rhythm, law of cause and effect, law of polarity, law of agenda, the seven laws, the seven colors of the rainbow, the seven major chakras. And the colors of the rainbow, the same colors of the chakras, if you open to that philosophy. And so I admit says this duality, this one energy, right? Which is source energy, which is everything. There's one energy, is creation. If creation is one energy, but because it's energy, it's moving, it's vibrating. So it has this two poles, masculine and feminine, or good and bad. Right. But they come from the same thing, and one is in the other. And so we say the Hermetic principles explain the yin yang. They say this is yin yang, but how does yin yang work? We say, look at these seven principles. If these seven principles resonate, then see how they show up in your life. And then if you can make a correlation between the seven principles and the seven major chakras, and then you have a foundation of seeing yourself energetically as one, but at the same time, you're separate.
You have masculine.
Yeah, right. And masculine and feminine is the manifestation of unification of no masculine, no feminine. Black hole, light, light, everything right. Your light being. Where does the light come from? It comes directly. Where's your portal? It's in the center. The three above, three below. You got a trinity above, trinity below.
True.
What's in the center of the trinity? The heart.
The heart.
And then inside, because the heart beats.
Yeah.
What makes the heart beat? It's the little bang.
Yeah.
It's a creation from the Merkaba, the black hole inside the heart. So the big bang, that was a big bang. So every time my heart beats, a little bang. And with this creation, stuff happens. Blood flows, energy chi flows. As it flows, it takes on different forms, tissue, cells, and all the stuff in your body. It's like because of the Big Bang from the black hole within inside the heart, the Merkaba. And so again, one way by looking at this God, how we are God from one sense is within our heart. As follow your heart, tap into your heart, understand the heart. God is within the heart. So the black hole is in the heart. Source energy, true God. Talking about God.
The fifth chamber.
Right.
The black hole.
Yeah, God in the heaven. So we say God, most of the time, God is one. This is like weird.
Ooh, I don't know if it's going on
What's
in and
the
out for you guys.
philosophy that we can talk about? It's already out here. Arrange this information in such a way where we can intellectually understand how we are the microcosm and the macrocosm, source energy, the black hole, light comes from darkness, there's a creation, the Big Bang, the heart pumps blood, there's a spark, your heart beating. Is it? So all these major chakras, so we're saying there's one energy. We say, it's a duality. It's one, but it's a duality. How does it manifest? How does it work? There's seven major ways of how it works. And we understand those seven major ways, You understand how they work from the inside, because on the outside is our experiences of the seven major manifestation of the y'all, which is why, from an emotional perspective, if you say, because go back to the chakras right here, it deals with being able to see. If you can see both sides, this is a commercial about Gemini. Yes, this Pisces, the deep water, extreme both sides. Gemini is the air, so we like. But Gemini is the twins. It does see both sides. Gemini rising.
I'm a Gemini rising too.
Right on. Yeah. So we see both sides. In a light way. We don't get too emotionally attached like the motherfucking Pisces.
Yeah.
However, we can choose to, which is a different story. That's how we go all in.
Yes.
And
one or the other.
Right.
Yeah.
And what I admit says as a spokesperson, we're saying we as we understand duality, we choosing to go all in, like the motherfucking Pisces emotion energy, all in on vibrating at the highest level of vibration that we can possibly be while still being in physical form. If you vibrate too high, you motherfucker have to disappear. So that's why we got the ascension. We got a date. We're gonna do it. We're gonna vibrate because we're gonna be in gateway. At a certain point, we're just gonna because we vibrate so high. The next thing is just, well, we right here at it. We just hanging around there. Yep, yeah, have some fun. It's time to go. And we just ease on out.
To the next.
Right. Yeah.
Because we're not done here until we fully learn.
Yeah. That's one concept, because the other concept is, if not, then you be back to learn what you came to learn, or be what you came to be.
Right.
Or why you should.
Haven't learned yet.
Right. Yeah, because duality. We can say you can't leave until you learn what you learn. That may be seem like, oh, we got to study some shit, do some shit.
No.
But then there's another perspective says that we're not going to leave until we fulfill why we chose to come.
So we fully connect with ourselves.
Right, and so that's that. What we came to be then. Shit. If we God, what do we come to be? So then within that. Right. And so within that comes, we look at life as lesson.
Yeah.
So we're learning. We're not saying we're learning. We're saying we're becoming.
Yeah.
In the process of becoming, you have to learn. So we're saying it's how you see things. Like, right. It goes deep.
Yeah, it goes deep.
We cast fails. Yeah. Some fails. So I'm saying only speak what you want. So we say you got the choice of either to learn something or just to be something. You go to school to learn some shit. You go to school, you go to college and shit, go learn, get your education, go learn it, or go get your education, which is not education, because education is to bring out from within. That's what I admit. I admit is bringing out within that which you believe is true about yourself, because you're it. So I admit help bring that out. So I admit says, well, philosophy on learning is, why you come here? Okay, if you came here for this, is that what you're doing? Do you feel confident about doing that to the best of your ability, the highest of your ability? Okay, well, what you got to do? So then you say, okay, I got to do this. So then you have to learn. You learn
those things.
Right. Right. Yeah. So it's a play on words. You can learn something if you want to. And then you become by being.
Right.
You be present.
Right.
Because if you be present with your experiences is going to show you everything.
Right. That you need to know.
Right. If it's pleasant, that's pleasant.
That's what you manifest.
Right. That's a law of correspondence. Tahuti. We call it Tahuti in the tradition of Kemet. That's Tahuti. So, Trismegistus, the brow right here, the intuition.
The third eye.
Yeah. The omniscience of God. Well, we have these faculties. Where is it? They say God is omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent. How does it manifest? How we? Our philosophy says that. Have you looked at the first eye, third eye, the pineal gland, which they talk about all this shit? Almost seems like it has the ability to know every goddamn thing. The Akashic records, a portal to the Akashic records, and then it gives it to the heart. It says this is what we came back up with. It reports to the heart. Because see, the heart is, they say, choose from the heart. And if this is here, this is vibrating very high. It's like we see this shit. We understand both sides. From like Pisces, Gemini, it really doesn't matter. Yin Yang, God, devil, masculine, feminine. We understand this shit. And so, how to have it from the heart where we act out on it. And this is where the throat come in, because they got a communication. So the throat chakra says, this metaphysical is all day. It says we have to be able to inside communication. This is Sebi, Elegua, the deity. How does this energy feel? What's the benefit of this energy field if it assists the communication between this and this? Some say it's the heart and the mind, or some shit like that. So the throat chakra is in between it. This is very new. This is very new, by the way. This is new insight. We enjoying this as we understand ourselves more. So the more that my person, this being, communicates what it believes to be true, what it knows to be true, this is, you know, it speaks with authority and confidence that this is what it just being sure that it's okay for you to believe that we believe this, and to just to be able to speak that, you know. And the other thing is to do what you say. So to the degree, this is what this meditation should. God says, look here, if you do what you say, just, you know, it ain't gotta be for nobody else. Just start with yourself. If you say, back to this list, if I can change these things, if these things will help me be the best I can be, so then your action should be on doing that.
Right.
Right. So then, because then you act in what you believe to be true about, you believe these things will help you be the best. And you want to be the best, you got to act like it. You got to act like it. If you're not acting like it, and all you're doing is saying, I should do this to be better. I should change what to eat. I should change this. Whatever the case may be, it's different for everybody. Once you say about yourself, and then you act on that, what it is you're aligning. Right. So the throat chakra is like, oh, communication. The lungs are healthy. You know, there's no grief, because that's the emotion that goes with the lungs. And, you know, the grief and sorrow, because things happen, you can't let go. I can't breathe. It happened. Let it go. I can release it now. Breathe, air the lungs, so we can let things go. Again, through communication. So then, I admit, says in soul healing, the importance of communication. It assists being able to access the Akashic records, where from the brow, the heart can pick it up on that. They talk to each other. Them niggas talk, because the heart talks to all of them. So as they talking, and then it says, oh, then this what comes out is a result of this communication. Yes. And then because the action, right, and action is Mars, solar plexus. So then when you act on it, that connects. And the foundation is the woman. The one woman manifests as two, the root and the sacral. Aset and Henaru. Aset is the root. Aset is that nurturing. You know, when you nurture and love yourself and care for yourself, that's a divine feminine, making sure that we're nurtured so that we can become. So this energy of the moon nurturing, we're nurturing the inner child of God with our self-love and our meditations and our change. We're showing we say we love ourselves, we're doing this. That's our devotion. And you know, and we love, and that's the highest love, because a part of that root chakra, you got food, clothing, shelter, and love. If anyone is lacking, there will be fear, because that's the root chakra. There will fear. But if those things are stable, then there's no fear. There's only love. And one of the things with the love is, again, if you love yourself, then you're creating things, you know, because you have joy. It feels good to love yourself. It feels good to be loved. So what happens if you love yourself with God's love? Love yourself unconditional, as in don't be hard on yourself. Get the motherfucking lesson. Don't be hard on yourself. You know, have grace and mercy on yourself. Be open to the lesson, because you're here to become some shit. And so say, oh, this is fun. We're having fun. So it's easier to act, because we're getting the information from the heart that's connected here, because we're communicating the shit. And once all this is done, it's a motherfucking crown. We're talking about the omnipotence. Yeah, and the omnipresence. This is the crown. It helps connect to everything. Well, why are we not Lucy and shit? Why are we not, especially we can see it, but what are you saying? Are you speaking that aligns everything? So if you do that, if your actions and your speaking align with what you know from your heart that's coming from your own Akashic records, your own truth,
Say what you
then you
mean
good.
what you say.
Act like you
Right.
know.
Then you're at gateway because you're feeling the motherfucking cosmic love because you're vibrating high, because you align. You know, high
Yeah.
vibration from perspective, I mean that all one of those seven individual of the main ones, they have a high and low vibration. Each one have a high and low vibration. So all of them are balanced or are vibrating at their most harmonized. Because at one point, it was like, they all got to vibrate at their highest. That's one perspective. But now we're shifting to if the root, which is the lowest, is vibrating in harmony, that is its highest. Because in harmony, there's a time for it to be high and there's a time for it to be low. It has to be. The law of correspondence. This is very good. This is new. You know, there's an ebb and flow. And so within that ebb and flow, for example, talking about death.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a time to kill. There's a time to kill. There's a time, but there's a time to cut some shit out. Then there's a time that says, okay, let's give life to it. So then our actions, that's what I say, it's a passion. Your passion drives you for action to create this thing because you're giving life to what you visualize from the roof, from the, oh, let's do this, let's create this. Oh, let's create this. We have joy. We ain't afraid of nothing. We feel love. Because as a child, one of the things about a parent that loves a child, they support the child.
Mm-hmm.
So as the God within supports the inner child, because we feel the love from God on the inside, because we're giving that love to ourselves, unconditional love to ourselves, we say, oh, we feel love. Well, what do we want to do? We can do anything. We want to do free will.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucking self-love. You love yourself unconditional. You just say, we got free will, so we can do this shit. And then at some point, we say, how you go from a child to an adult? Begin to become intentional to know why you're doing it. Just because you can do it, anybody can do that. But why you're doing it? What's the intent? What's the benefit? If you know why you're doing
Wisdom.
it, right? This is the intent on why we're doing it. You know, so you want to create something, but why you're creating it, the master and the feminine. You want to create, but why you create. With that intent, that allows that alignment right there. So we say again, these seven major energy centers, we say everything is God. And then we say, well, how does it manifest itself? This is a tutorial, insight on the I Admit philosophy and Soulful Sundays is part of the Indigenous Culture University's Sunday school class. And Indigenous Culture University is the education ministry for I Admit. And I Admit is, again, a philosophy and a lifestyle. It says, I admit I'm the example of what we say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because everybody don't believe this, don't have this philosophy, so they ain't it. They it, but they it in something else.
Mm-hmm.
So we saying we it. What do you mean by it? We the manifestation of what we believe. Eh, Right.
Expression of God.
Right. And so again, foundation again is the yin yang and the seven hermetic principles. And soul healing, my person's unique expression of that philosophy, has identified the chakras and made the connection in such a way that it looks at itself and says, how to see itself in such a way, well, you need to talk this or you say this will help this out, align this, if you, because, the unconditional love. So why we just say it, we say, okay, what does that look like? What does that look like? So for Sundays is the space, along with the art of sovereign living and any other class that we gotta have, is telling the story of what this shit looks like. Because the past, the present, and the future is happening at the same time. We've already ascended. Our person's story is it came from Arcturus. It came to Earth from Arcturus. In
That's where that
2050,
octopus came in.
right. In 2050 is going back to Arcturus. However, it's going to stop off at Pleiades and Sirius on the way back to Arcturus. Reason being, Arcturus is a very high vibrating planet. We came down here, we say, what can we use to help the niggas understand who they are? So we chose Kemet, ancient Egypt, the pyramids. Well, the writing on the wall of the pyramids. The pyramids are great in Egypt. He's like, well, shit, there's some writing on the wall. Did you ever say what that shit writing is about? So we got the writing on the wall, emerald tablets. We summed it up. The writings is to be the hermetic principle and the yin yang. That's what the writings is. You are that. Then there's a story called the Assyrian resurrection story. The Assyrian resurrection story is, my person feels, what Christianity left out. So you got the story of Haru, which they call, at that time, because of the way the time was, Yeshua, and they call it, he was that. They say how he came, this and the other. But the thing was, he said, God's on the inside you, that if you do this, that doesn't happen. What they left out was, the resurrection story says, this devil is your ego. It's you. You are the God and the devil. So this is why it's important to choose wisely, because you can either, whatever you intentionally choose to be, you could be a devil accidentally. That's grace and mercy. It was a devil. It was an accident. We didn't mean it happened. You cut yourself. Oh, that was an accident. Didn't mean to cut yourself. The devil cut. The devil killed. It was an accident. So, but then there's an intentional. So whatever we intentionally choose, that determines our portal. Either you worship and becoming God, or you worship and becoming the devil. And if you worship and becoming the devil, you're just simply saying you're an extremist at separation.
Yeah.
Right. And if you operate from the portal of God, you say you're an extremist at unity. Right. And to the degree that you're vibrating at your God level and devil level, that's when you, let's say, recognize real.
Same vibration.
Right. You choose this way, we choose that way. So we're not fighting, which is what God and the devil talked about Job. The story of Job. They say, Job is the righteous man. You can't mess with Job. God and the devil was talking, and the devil's like, watch this. So, they say Job lost all his stuff, and wife died or left him with some shit, got boils, his friends talking about him. Why you still talking about this God? You see what's happening to you? So the thing that most people says, Job had the faith in God. He lost everything. He got diseases and shit. He got cancer, lupus, AIDS, and all this shit. God saved him and brought him back. I admit, says, well, shit, why the fuck was God and the devil having a conversation about the motherfucker? That's what we can. Let's start with that. So we take that for ourselves because there's a relationship. Yin yang.
He said, "Well, I was
Yin
like
yang
having a
comes back.
conversation." No.
Back.
He said, "Let's
So
start."
yeah, that was a lot, but that was a commercial and insight on the portal of Soulful Sundays. Only thing we didn't talk about was Temple Mother Earth, which from I.M.'s perspective is the physical representation of that thing. It's a temple. We say that you are the Temple Mother Earth. This is the first Mother Earth. God's on the inside, you are the temple, all these things talk about it. So we come here to Temple Mother Earth, which is the physical representation to talk about our right. Yeah. That's it. We say, well, we fuck with Temple Mother Earth. That's what they do. That's I admit. It's the physical I admit space. So and what we're doing is creating we holding space so that anyone that comes moving forward, anyone that comes through I admit. Comes through Temple Mother Earth. Whether you come through for one class, you see something online. I emit vibration as we become one. That is why we're holding space that you are tapped into the portal of being it, being that manifestation. So whether you come back or not, that's okay. Because you came and you got what you needed. Because there was something that was said that you got from the portal. Right. Because some people are like mavericks. I just need a little bit. Just give me this. Oh, we good now. We out. Let's do the damn thing. And some people are like, oh, let's meet and let's do these events and come discuss and more social. So if you're more social, you're here more often.
Yeah.
Then you're a maverick. Just come through and just see what's happening and just feel it. Take the shit with you. So
Spread the love. It's know thyself. It's just knowing yourself, knowing who you are, knowing what's within, and then the energy that you hold. And it can spread and create all kinds of great things anywhere that you happen to find yourself. You know what I mean? And there's different like I said, it's different portals all over the place. Mother Earth is a portal. Is outside is a portal. Right there, this tree,
right.
this big tree over here. It's like this big, huge tree that's a portal. You see, your mind is a portal. you know, all of these portals, all of these things, all of these places, this love, this energy that just flows. That's an infinite source of the grandest of everything that is all over. You know, so it's beautiful. It's beautiful energy to know that.
And
Shep, you said something about Assyrian resurrection.
serious.
Assyrian, the Assyryan. I thought you mentioned Assyrian resurrection.
Osirian. Osirian, Osirian, Osirian. It's a play on Osir.
Yeah,
Osar.
like
Oh, we call
ass.
Osiris.
Okay.
Right. Yeah,
Because
that story. That's right.
I've
Ass
read
in
that
this line.
scholars speak about Easter being a celebration of the Assyrian Babylonian goddess of love, war, fertility, and sex, which
It's
is why they Ishtar, right, which is relative to Easter. It says many scholars believe that Easter was a celebration of Ishtar. Um, it also speaks about that Assyria was it was devastated and then it was resurrected. So many say that is, and it was a It was in Mesopotamia. Babylonia was near Nineveh, and all of and Assyrian is around in that same area. So seems like relatively sacred. They're like we all the religions divide these things into what their story is, what they want, how they want to tell the story. But it's basically about the sacred resurrection, death, and burial, meaning to me, like you said, getting rid of things, sloughing things off, death to those things. Those things are dead to you now. You've become anew. You have now, allowed new things to be able to, that you've made room for new things, which
Right.
is what this last lunar eclipse was about. The sun and the earth, the shadow went over the north, so that left the south in area where we were releasing things, and then when this eclipse comes, it's going where it's going south. The shadow is going south, so it is actually al- allowing the north node to be exposed, which is where the new and the so this eclipse season, it
Uh-huh.
represents exactly what you said about releasing the death, the giving away, sloughing off, and then the north node being exposed with this next eclipse, which it's a lot of stuff going on at the same time, and I kind of want to go there, but I don't want to convolute the message that I wanted to express, which was that this season is like it's a prime, like this, we are in a high, extremely high energy phase at the moment. When the Kali Yuga shifted, into where we were getting to the golden age, that the sun, the solar eclipse is like a, not a nail in the coffin, but it's like a final sign. X marks the spot. We are within a prime season for using our God power, tapping into that God energy, getting into the gateway. It's like, instead of it being like a open door, open window, it's like an open house. In God's house are many rooms. There are many ways, many portals, many ways to get into the gateway. All these stories are talking about different ways to get to the gateway, but it's actually speaking on the risen, the energy of rising, the rising above the scenario, rising to the occasion, being connected to the surge of the energy instead of just letting it pass you by, tapping into what is available to us. Us having the knowledge that we have, what are we going to do with it? How are we applying the fact that we know these things, that this is not only an open opportunity to build and to allow the new things, but are we taking advantage of the time to get rid of, to make space for, to hold space for, to hold a space for the new things, the next level, the new
Yes.
places that we're rising to.
So that's
So
Yes,
that's
we are.
and that's beautiful. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just to cut in like real quick because that's
thank
ah
you.
you be saying so much like you and like you just be going on rants and stuff and just be saying a whole lot, and it's like you got to grasp what it is that you're saying. You see that we're saying this energy and so forth that we're talking about. That's your interior gyrus. That's in your head. That's just the things that you're creating. You see what I'm saying? These are nerves. These are feelings. This is light energy. This is light. Period. This is light from the sun. This is light from the moon. This is light from the stars. The yellow that you're wearing is making this light. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It's bending the light a different type of way. It's
Uh-huh.
it's a whole lot of
Bringing that spring energy.
yeah, like it's a lot, you want to just scream like, okay, like, wait a minute,
I'm,
hold on. That's when
I'm,
you
I'm
people
the
see,
yoke today.
yeah, it's like wait a minute, hold on, wait, whoa, wait a minute. Can we please get a grasp on the situation here? We're talking about light. We're talking about these energies. We're talking about these things. All of these things that we are using different words to express the same thing.
Yeah.
Let's.
Yeah.
What is the thing? You see what I'm saying? What is the thing? It's like that's that
Yeah.
beyond. And again, it's electricity. It's chaos energy. It's bzzz, it's sound. It's bzzz, it's what the ringing in your ear. The bing. And
Yeah.
The bowls.
what is that? What is that? What is
Bowl.
that? That
Sigh
is
of
just that.
relief.
Both bowls. Singing bowls and smoking bowls.
There you
Exhale.
go.
Exhale.
That is, it's like,
Duality.
what's the all of these things in a beautiful,
All of
you know what I'm
the things.
saying, expression of whatever, all of it, the whole thing. Yes, I'm gonna cook you up, Susan. All of this stuff. It's like a whole beautiful expression, X out in expression, breath expression, breathe. The center dot whole light. The the whole thing with the interior gyrus is it's like it's a satellite system. So your brain, you know what I'm saying, that's that transmitting transmuting what's another great smart word to use that can confuse everybody, transliterate
Transformation.
all of that,
Transformation. Alchemy. We're
right,
going to use
whatever.
we're going to alchemize all this energy
Yeah,
into what matters to us.
right. How did you think, how did it, how did it hit in your head? What caused you to say those words?
Well,
Your
remember
training.
when we were watching, when we were looking at the sunrise, when we talked about the sunrise and the sunset, that whoosh of energy that we can
Yeah.
hear that actual whoosh as it
Whoosh.
falls or as it rises. Yes.
Yeah.
So when the solar plex, I mean, when this look the solar plexus, when this solar eclipse happens,
Mm.
that's the same sort of thing, but it's for 4 minutes. We'll get that window of opportunity to
Mm-hmm.
to touch into that expansion of the we're being given a gift, a
Yeah.
present, an extra amount of power through that eclipse, through that path of totality, through
So
that at the edges of it, we'll be yeah, man, it's
now when I
a
looked
direct
into it,
laser.
the sun is made of gas, right?
Gaseous, yeah.
Now, when people, it was so funny. I was looking. It was like, well, how do I prepare for this solar eclipse, right? It's like, yo, so an eclipse
Drink plenty
apparently
of
it's
water.
the sun,
I
right? Drink water, just it's the sun and the moon going past each other or crossing paths, right? Which is the chiasm that's in your eyes, that's in your focus, right? That connects to your third eye. That's the two eyes. And then there's an X in the middle. X marks the spot, right? So if X marks the spot and the sun is made of gas, and gas is the solar plexus, and the solar plexus is the, you know what I'm saying? It's the sun. And it's like, yo, you breathe. You breathe, and then how do you prepare for it? You make sure it isn't shit. Or if it is shit, you make sure you're prepared to excrete that excrement of the gods into, wherever it is that you need to make it beneficial for yourself. Because that's what gold is, excrement of the gods. So gold is the sun, yellow, sun, gold, gold, yellow, sun, gold. Shit, excrement of the gods is brown. That's the brow chakra. That's where it came from. Cause you had to push to make that shit happen, man. You got to be intentional with your shit. You see,
Yeah, yeah.
you got to
That's how shit
place it in there.
happens.
That's how shit happens. You know
Abundantly.
the process. You know the
Sometimes.
process of how shit happens. You got to pray, and be
Oh,
Like
and
Nikki said, she shitted on
shitted on him. I just
oh.
shitted on him.
Well, you see, here's another funny. If you're not intentional about your shit,
hmm
then there's a chance that
it
your
ain't
shit will
funny.
hit the fan.
Shit
It
did
hit the
hit
Woo-wee.
the
fan.
fan.
You wasn't intentional.
Oh,
It was.
That
then
leads
it
me
shit
to the
all over the
that
place.
leads me to the funk.
Right,
That's putting the
back to the
funk in
funk.
the air.
Why does it smell like that around? Because this shit over there in that corner you forgot about. You didn't capitalize
Yeah.
on because shit is used
The,
as
the
fertilizer. You put that in the dirt so that the dirt can tell you what you need and come back and
the
get you what you
fungus is
need.
among us.
Yeah. But where you putting your shit?
It's
You see what I'm saying? The shit. Don't tell nobody
better
about
out
that.
than in.
That's that privacy. Don't tell nobody about that's
Sugar honey
privacy.
iced tea.
It's shit.
Good
Shit.
fertilizer.
Fertilizer. Right. That's fertilizer. Right.
Oh
Brand new,
yeah.
brand new
They got you thinking it's
man
shit,
you
but
are.
it's fertilizer. That's
Right.
fertilizer.
'Cause
That's
this,
poop. That's poo poo.
So
Poo poo.
so
Poo
yeah.
poo.
yesterday when I
Poo
was
poo.
on the live yesterday,
Poo poo.
someone asked me, have I ever pooped outside? Yesterday on my live, somebody asked, have I ever pooped outside, right? It's a troll,
Yes.
right?
What
So they
you
weren't
say?
prepared.
Mm.
Well, I told them,
Yes.
I've
That's
never
good.
myself per se, but I've heard it was freeing. And I shared with them that I know of someone who did uh, do a number outside, a number two outside. They actually were shitting on their garden as fertilizer because they were eating mostly from their garden. So it was, returning it to its source to energize the fruits of the plantings.
That's a
Do
two-way
you recall that,
communication.
Master Shep?
Yes. And yeah,
Okay,
and
share.
well, it made sense.
Oh, she
You
threw you.
know, I admit it's about being the example. And all this play on words about shit we just talked about, you know, my person doing it on this journey, it lived, it experienced saying, let's eat as pure as possible. So that when we go to the bathroom, let's go give it directly back to nature. It's like we're going right here. It is an offering. It is an offering. He says, this is how vibration shit. We give it to you and use it as you will. You give, we're giving
So you
back to
shit
you.
it on your altar.
Yeah,
You put
well,
shit on your altar.
yeah, the altar of earth, the earth altar,
Yeah.
earth, temple, Mother Earth. We are one, and so the same as we give out carbon dioxide. They say the trees give us oxygen, so that's air. We exchange air. So why not the same thing with, that's gas. Why not solids and liquids? Why not have a pure enough? Our vibration is so high, we're vibrating high enough. We go directly outside and give the offering to the earth from the God. Because it's pure.
You're
Because
altering,
we
altering.
as we give you our piss and our shit and our high carbon dioxide, which is toxic, which is shit, which is ass shit. If your breath stinks, that's when your breath smell like shit. But even
Yeah,
without it stinking, it's still shit.
right. That's
And
that
so that's
dragon
why
breath.
right. And so there's these
Yeah.
different layers, dimensions of shit. And so again, I admit says, well, shit. We did the physical. We gave back. That was cool. We said we at some point we're gonna go back to that. However, right now we're on motherfucking the communication shit, the throat chakra. So we say how to talk some shit. We're talking shit. Where's fertilizer is what's needed to be said to assist with the evolutionary growth on your journey of being it.
So, Rick, if I could add on to that, because I was having a thought
Absolutely.
that's
Because
been
you it.
bubbling.
You're
Good
one.
Lord, I'm like, you so powerful. You so powerful. You so godly. Your shit is gold.
See?
You see what I'm saying? Your shit is gold. And then look, I ain't even making that up. That can't. I made it up, but in that context. But if you go look up the definition of gold, it is literally called excrement of the gods.
Well, how
Ah,
about the golden showers? How about the
Oh
because
golden
my goodness.
showers?
watch this.
There you
Because
go. There
because
she
the
He said
go.
he get
There
excrement.
both
she
on the
go.
phone.
No.
Here we go.
Golden showers. Yes.
Yeah, the
Yep.
reason why I
Showers of
admit says,
blessings.
yeah, I admit says it is a truism. We hold that philosophy. It's part of our philosophy. Our excrements is gold because our shit gives life.
Does it
Yeah, strong.
connect higher with?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fungi.
there it is.
Fungi.
Yeah,
Fungi. Yeah.
those is another
Again, the fungus is among us in a funky way.
Yeah.
Get a whip of that funky shit.
You know what I'm saying? It's like find out about it. You know, that's
So
your
here's another.
ancestors.
Right. So we're gonna interject a little bit. Another I admit commercial. Our philosophy, yin yang, and the seven hermetic principles. So it's understanding how it in and of itself is actually duality. So it's a temple, you know. In its purest, again, this is the physical space. Do as you will. The other space, Casa Magica, as you mentioned, the shrooms. For those who wish to engage in the sacred plants, teachers, there are ceremonies that goes on over there. And so what the balance is, I admit says, you can connect with the temple mother earth, and that manifests through with the plants. And then they say marijuana, cannabis is gateway. And here it applies because cannabis is welcome here and there, in both spaces, because cannabis is gateway. However, for the more, say ceremonies, mushrooms, ayahuasca, bufo, combo, things dealing with that, then there's the other side. And so again, at the physical space,
Those are also
right, yeah, because we say you can do it with or without. So my person is gateway. I am it. I am gateway. Because as a shaman priest, that's what we just say now. We're a shaman priest. What is a shaman priest? Well, high priest at the temple and a shaman because it engages in ceremonies with the plants, with shamans, and it has its own ceremony with self as a shaman. We're not the shaman that goes out and gives the ceremonies per se. However, at the ceremonies where we are engaging, we're holding space because we're in service. And so we're the shaman priest now. And so Temple Mother Earth is a shaman priest incubator. And the difference is, as the high priest at the temple, we're saying understanding the breath, what it does, the power of the breath of life, this air. Understanding simple principles about, energy. It's one energy, you manifest two. You got the 7-1 that kind of give an idea of it's one, but it fractures this way. These are the angles or angels, the angels of light. Michael, which are the deities in Christianity. I admit just connects it all. So you call it what you want to call it. This is what it is, and it is what it is. So again, the commercial is to the Mother Earth, the same as I admit is a duality. You know, you get it, you know, even with the camera, we don't need that. But if you do, come over here, let's have a discussion. Then you say, hey, let's go deeper, let's experience that motherfucking shit. Let's open up, baby. Then you go to the magic house and you experience what you know about intellectual. You say, you assist, get some plants to assist with experiencing. We just want to go straight there. But I admit says that, okay, if you want to get a straight notation, it's they say this slower path because you're dealing with slowing down and going within. So I admit brings the philosophy on how to do it without it. So the high priest represents that. It's a lifestyle and a philosophy. At the Mother Earth that says, since we here, the temple holds space for this and anything else. Whatever you got, bring it on. Because you're it. I admit says, let's just call it what it is. We it. And then let's act like it. So I admit there's a duality. There's the I.C.U, the Indigenous Cultural University, which is what we have here. Then there's the Collective Health Initiative, which is the health ministry. And that's we're transitioning to a holistic action mode. It's the high end is my person is the medium, the go-between, the conduit between the spiritual and the. We're saying it's possible to have such a radiant. All the motherfuckers connected in line, you're one. That you literally feel this physical body is able to hold, to withstand the vibration of what we know. Why? Because we're saying it and we're doing it. When you say it, when you do it, that's your excrements. You're excreting some shit. You're saying some shit. You're talking shit. What you doing? I ain't doing shit. What you say? We got ourselves into some shit. Now we say, as a God, we say, what kind of shit we want to create? Let me say, that nigga started some shit. Every time you dig around, he started some shit, ain't he? The shit starter. Well, God, we started some shit. It's fertilized. Let's grow. Because the God is about unity. It's expansion, life. Life. Use the devil that says, if we're not acting, if we're not talking and acting what we know, the devil says we got to cut some shit out. What's stopping us? So that way, we ain't got time to be the outside stuff. We ain't got time. We don't understand the journey, nigga. We talking about ascension, but yeah, we thought we had this experience. We vibrate. We got the same motherfucking experiences. However, they're becoming less frequent and less intense. That's the main thing. So with that, we say, well, we got to be getting better. That's why we don't beat ourselves up. So we say, well, shit. After from this resurrection, while we was in the cocoon, while we was dead, while we was in ceremonies and shit, in hibernation, we just look back and says about the growth of saying and doing what you know. We say we feel good about it. That's a motherfucking upset. We love ourselves. We ain't hard on ourselves. We love you doing good. We encourage ourselves. We see, baby, we see you doing good, baby. That's what the mother do. You see, oh, you're doing good. Sometimes a dad would be like, nigga, you gotta get we block you doing shit on tension that calls you to come on out with something because we see something. Right. But the mother, oh, you don't do it now, baby, that's okay. You know. Right. So yeah, that's that whole thing. We gotta, you get caught up in yourself.
From a female perspective, I want to share something in reference to it's not called shit, but it is an expression or a release of toxins, and that is because so you urine, and that's the golden shower, and so you have the gold, the golden goose shitting golden eggs, and then there's the female's eggs that are released each month in her cycle, in her menstruation, in her menses. And each month it has the potential of being what you call, um, is my camera on? Okay. Yeah, it's when the body is sloughing off the toxins from the blood, and it's a piece of, to me, it's another spiritual expression, or what do you call it, release. It has spiritual energy in it that is an untapped resource. You know, it's a fertilizer, it's an energizer, it's a tool that can be used for additional energetic expressions or intentions. So, you know, each month, you know, I said that we have a Christmas, everybody's solar sign goes through a specific, goes through the astrological chart in the sun, meaning that each month we have a Christmas, or that 2.5 day, 2 hour, two and plus days, that where your sun sign is in the chart. You know, that's something, another tool we don't tap, the average person doesn't tap into. But I'm also talking about what we don't tap into as far as that blood, that is uh, uh, stem cells. You know, that's considered some of the most potent and powerful stuff, and we're taught to toss it out. The average person tosses it out every month and doesn't use it in their magical manifestations, in their expression of the potential of, you know, as a tool that, to do all kinds of things. You know, I don't know if anybody else has a comment about that, but I think that's something that needs to be expanded on. And again, this is something that's coming to me fresh as downloads from the, you know, the new, this, I was going to say the new sun, but the new energies that have been available to myself to tap into for
All right. So wait. You're saying so? Let's.
elevation.
What do we need to expand on? What do we need
The
to
fact
expand on?
that's a lane that has been kind of subtracted from us. We don't even
Oh my.
tap into that lane as an energy source,
Oh
as
No.
a
So
man.
as
I'm
a
saying
as
break it down. Let's break it down. Let's take it slow.
it's,
Let's take it slow. Hold up. Let's take it slow, because there's people. We're talking to people. You see what I'm saying? We know how people say you. Oh, we know what we talking about. No, we don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Like,
It's
wait,
all
what?
that.
You see what I'm saying? Some people may not know. And then we end up lost on something, and then it's like, wait, what are you actually saying? So,
so
and
at
it's
birth so I'm talking about receiving, utilizing, and expressing the excess. So at birth, we're given a certain amount of eggs and a time schedule where each month we're able to either fertilize the egg or utilize what was prepared for the fertilization, as we get rid of what was utilized during the preparation. So all of that is prime energy, energy that can be tapped into for an energetic
One of
usage, as an
1%.
energetic tool. So I'm saying that we have been told
Good.
that
Portal is
that
is
it's
eight.
unclean, that it's dirty, but
Calm down. Let me
it's
see.
filled with things, energy that can be fertilizing to the to things that are like,
What doing
it's not been utilized to the level of which the power is there to possess. That's what I'm saying.
so. What is the process of how to utilize this energy to, or what are we saying? What is that? Because that was a lot of scientific uh,
I'm saying
eggs and stuff.
Oh man.
the
Eggs.
same way you're talking about
Just scrambled
shit
or overeaten.
fertilizing. The same way you're talking about the excess in your urine, that when that golden shower comes, it's actually filled with nutrients and vitamins and minerals, and it is sloughed off from us because we no longer need it, but something else can be utilized from it. It can be used for other purposes. It's, used as a deterrent around your garden from deer, you know. It's used as a when a dog marks his territory. You know,
All
I'm
both
saying
animals, yeah. Apex
right,
predators and so forth, yeah.
right. So what I'm saying is there are purposes that some of these things have been that been exposed to, but there is much more potential there that we have not yet tapped into or begun to recognize. So it's valuable
It's
real estate that we can actually. I mean, like if cow dung or people dung or dog dung is considered fertilizing to some things that can utilize. You know, someone's treasures is someone else's trash, or someone
Right.
else's trash is someone else's treasures.
Down.
You see, so if you alchemize the trash into some other treasures, you see, that's all I'm saying is that we're putting it into, like, you know, we're using organic things now. Some folks are using fabrics and fibers that are organic to be able to uh, uh, capture it and remove it from the body safely and hygienically. But it has a energetic, like, just the same way, like I said, that if cow dung and dung itself is pasteurizing, you know, the beetle, you know, he's spinning it into gold, you know. But what I'm saying is that that
gonna
is
be
another release from the body. It's another what is considered toxic release. Like, the body no longer needs it, but there are other ways to you know, to recycle that energy into some other
toxic release is
one.
a fart. That's a fart.
Yeah, that's one way to release. Yes, and a
That is
belch.
toxic release. And then you got the solar plexus, right? Because the sun is made of gas, right? So then when you squeeze right in the center, right? When you squeeze that center, you got to prepare for that fart. So it's like hook up and make sure it ain't shit. Or if it is shit, make sure you in the right place to, you know, for it to be beneficial to you.
Okay, speaking of being beneficial, let me just say hi to my heart happy hour fans and folks and friends. I do have one that's still watching. There have been others throughout the duration of this broadcast that have been joining us. One Love and Wellness, love plus art equals wellness. Precious Mother Love, Master of Shep, High Priest, Shaman Master of Shep, and Bo Master Tony. We're all here expressing our spiritual expressions of God Himself, itself, themself, ourself. We are it. I am at University, I.C.U. Um, we are here and showing up and sharing what we
And
feel
fart.
is the expression of God. And his
And
farts.
fart.
Are his farts golden? Are our
Gold
farts
farts.
golden? I
Excrement of the
believe
gods.
I believe when the dogs sniff each other's tails, they're sniffing each. I mean, not tails. When they sniff each other's hind parts,
Tails.
they're
Yeah.
the
Tails,
honey,
butt,
the
ass.
right, the black hole. When they sniff around their black holes, I think it's for them to be able to, like, take the temperature, like, to be able to know the person, what the energy well enough to say, hey, what's
It's a
up?
lot of
I know.
information. Yeah.
Yeah, I think their sensors are gathering intel,
Yeah.
data that
Yeah.
is being converted into, you
Exactly.
know, their knowing of each other, you know, knowing
Right.
each other.
You can tell the stench of somebody. If you roll in and they smell a certain type of way, you probably don't want to hang around that person. You see what I'm saying? I mean, that's just simple. You walk into some joint. You know what I mean? Like, hey, man, how you doing? Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Catch a whiff of some
whoa.
funky stuff, huh?
Protect the child. Protect the child.
So yeah, so
Master Yoda.
as we bridge that with the I admit philosophy as we start our closeout. I admit as with soul healing. Soul healing is a some may say in the a vendor is a soul healing is a how-to guide on the I admit philosophy. So that's that bridge. I admit we should help them let's talk about it. Soul healing is my person actually has a plan for it. So what we're talking about now is that plan for it. And so it's thinking, and that plan is understanding the energies. And we choosing like one or a couple of things would be great because the duality just focus on at the highest vibration. So thinking. Oh, you think, wow, you be around somebody think like that. And so if a person understands that, it says let's focus on thinking, avoid that. So we speak that. So our actions must be able to say let's avoid it. So we communicate that, which goes back to excreting. As a God, it's gold. Because I admit
Expressing.
philosophy says, right, I admit philosophy says, that's it. As God, what you give is life. As a God, you give life as opposed to giving death.
Let me say, when a woman
Or unity.
expresses from her breast, when a woman
Right.
expresses from her breast, it is golden as well. It is nutritious, delicious, golden honey from her breast. So I'm sorry, just expressing
Yeah,
another
Right.
it's the crust of the rock.
another release from the body.
And
Yeah.
so hence death. This is a little duality. Angel of death, the devil.
Life.
Death with the intention of separation may be looked at as the devil. Death with the intention of unification may be looked at as God. Because you die to give life, hence dying in the old thing, dying always, being born in resurrection. So that death is intentional for it to become, so that's how God uses death. Why God and the devil is the same. It's the intention. Is it for unification or separation? What's the intent, purpose? Then that's either your God or the devil. But it should be the same in that way. We just using this in a different way. We're using the same
But
thing, one for this, one for that.
and you use
Yeah,
both
okay,
of
back
those
to the IMF.
energies,
Right.
but you use both of those
Life and
energies to
death.
manifest your reality. You see what I'm
Yes.
saying? That
That's
back
it.
and forth, that back and forth. Oh, God, devil, God, devil, God, devil, God, devil, God, devil, God, devil, God, devil. Voila, here you
God.
are, life. Thank you, life, for providing that back and forth experience that I had in my mind, and now it is here in my life. You see what I'm saying?
You know,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Express it.
Yeah, you impressed it.
philanthropy may be right.
You created it.
Yeah,
Crane,
God.
mine, ate. You ate that shit up in your head. You ate, oh man, you was
Mm.
eating all that imagination up, eating it all up. Oh my,
Ate it alive.
let me get some of that. Put some mashed potato, put some gravy on that. How come the macaroni and cheese? Oh, I can hear the macaroni and cheese. I can hear that. Get that chicken, get that this,
The
get that.
side
And you ate
dish.
it all up. All that
The side
imagination,
attraction.
creation that you put together in your mind, you created it all within yourself. And now you fat. Or not or and fat meaning fat off the riches of your creation.
That shit is fat.
Got that excess. You got that. Oh, you chill, fat and happy. Oh,
how you
fat and
look at
happy,
it.
sitting back chilling. I'm rich now. I'm mad now. I'm mad now.
Yes, my
But
This is
person
how
is married
gods
to the
get
temple.
along. This is the integration of
I peace.
godliness.
yeah, that's up and down. It's left and right. Up, diagonal this way, diagonal that way. This way,
In
that
and
way,
out.
all the way over, this way, that way. Boom.
Macro,
Which part?
macro.
Micro, macro. Right. Big, small. Big, small. Big, small. Biggie Smalls. Biggie
Everything.
Smalls.
Yes
Got
and
the
no at
two
the
pack.
same time.
2 pack of a big and a small. Let me get 2 packs of big and small.
Near and fars.
So
Ni far. Ni
Near and
hao.
far. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you know, it's like,
One
all
love,
right,
Master Chef. Thank you for
one
such a
love.
brilliant and beautiful expression of us, the I am it philosophy today, as well as welcoming to our audience to this Resurrection Sunday. We're back in tune and live on the godliness of self, the science of self and expression of God.
yeah, and the three of us, this Trinity, have been
Woo!
have been showing up on a pretty regular basis, and we just been talking shit. Specifically because when we not doing Soulful Sundays, even talking with Precious Mother Love, sometimes we there's a conversation on how this shit is manifesting. How because the shit we talked about, it made sense. We did some shit. You guys, oh, this shit, we got some benefits, some growth, some expansion from talking this shit. Just from talking this shit. So this is how I
Getting
admit
our
it. I
weight
like
up.
talking shit. Fertilizer, baby. Fertilizer.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so
Fertilizer.
these are
Those menses, I'm telling you now, don't keep thinking that it's trash. Thinking about the treasure of it.
Fertilizer ain't trash. Fertilizer is the most valuable piece of the whole thing. What do you
It's
say? Use some
fertile.
shit, use some shit, and use some shit. Who's next?
right. All right, so yeah, and another commercial as we get ready to close out. Yeah. So dig two quick announcements. We're gonna put the first one up here. Elder Community Today. So a reminder, as we spoke about the and the
African
health ministry, and the I.C.U is the education ministry. Within the I.C.U, this is more of the masculine.
I'm
And
coming.
we
I'm
just
gonna get
intellectually. We get the divine feminine because as more people decide to show up, we pull the instruments out and we be having open and close with the with just having fun, right? And the sessions really is more so. And there may be a topic, but it's like whatever you want to talk about, let's talk about it, right? So we structure with the intellect, we flow with it. And so this is how the I.C.U runs its things. It's intellect, but how to be creative so it's fun with the intellect. The chi is the divine feminine. She's about health, baby. She's about nurturing, loving yourself. And what we're saying is that we start foundationally with Dr. Yu. He's one of the co-founders. The co-founder, he's saying, he's about the herbologist and African drumming, vibration, rhythm. He's a metaphysician as well, but choose to focus more on the Dr. Sadie side of it. Understands well with the co-founder, because my person comes with, as you get your foundation straight, and you use music as medicine, rhythm, vibration. And it's, because some of you won't be able to connect back to say Africa, that language. So he teaches master drama the whole nine. And today, there's a special class. That's his mother, one he got it from. He was playing for 3-4 years old, been playing the djembe. His mother is now transitioned. He's been holding the spiritual vibration side. She's now, as an elder who taught him, is saying she's
Dr.
sharing her
You,
wisdom. She's
you,
sharing
you.
her wisdom as an elder in the community on the spiritual side. Because you get the culture, the story of the rhythm, and she's saying, well, how
Wow.
can you use this to heal this, so that which is an I meant philosophy that how to self-heal, sound vibration, culturally, this, that, and the other. So once a month, a person gives the healing arts of traditional West African dancing, bringing the new world and the old world. This is where we get the portal. This is how we use it to heal ourselves. So that's today. Even by around 3:45, get there early around 3:30. And if you get there earlier than 3:30, you may catch the end of the drum class. Dr. Yu gives the drum class every Sunday at Creative Suitland. Then there's a dance class after that. And once a month of the dance class is the healing side. Other than that, it's just traditional dancing. So that's
Well,
one
salute and
announcement. The other
salam
announcement is,
to Mama Aya.
yeah,
Salute and salam to Mama Aya Sawa for her energetic expression of the God energy. Another way for us to heal our body as well as our soul with the energy of a godly expression and dance. Ashe, Mama.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
So,
yes.
sorry,
And the high
Master Chef.
priest says,
Master Chef, can you
yes,
get what you said that drum circle was today?
yeah, it's the it's yeah, it's the class at Creative
Regularly.
Suitland. Yeah, every Sunday, yeah, Creative Suitland.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, King James is brought in, which is as we bridge to the second announcement, as you observe this, you are a witness to your own testimony. So we spoke about Temple Mother Earth earlier. The relationship with it holds the physical space. And it says that if you really want to go there, we assist you with going there using some plants. And we say, I admit here to say, what you do when you get that information, for one. we have some insight. Let's talk about it. And if you choose not to use that, let's just talk about that also. So that's I admit. And so as we end, we talk about that aspect of Mother Earth. And as holding space, I admit is more the masculine because we're about the information, the Indigenous Culture University. Our health piece is the chi, the collective health initiative holistically. But then to Mother Earth being the more feminine, she holds this, she says, come here, everybody, we don't come as you are. Church say, come as you are. Because when you get here, you can change when you get here. Right. That's the whole idea. So, right. And so what happens is we spoke about, with the one of the other things is the spontaneity, because there's things that just pop up. So we wouldn't say, since we was on this call, we said there's a sound bath for you at the other house. Just come up, We say, oh, cool, we got that. We was like, okay, let's start to end this. And then we started to get over this, like, we got to end it, got to end it. Then another text came up that says, the door is unlocked. It said the door is unlocked. There's a sound bath waiting. And King James just came, which is the patriarch of the space.
Yeah. And I had to get back over.
Okay.
That's why I was coming to remind you about the sound.
Okay. We came to get a personal invitation by the sound bath from the patriarch of the space, King James. Yeah.
So that sounds dirty, man. I got the.
That's all right. We are one. We are one.
One love, King James. One love. Ashe. The screen froze. I can't see anything. I can't hear anything. How about you, Tony? Are you frozen?
And see, they got some, y'all, you kind of missed it. The phone did some funny things here. But King James got the bee suit on. We was messing with some bees, man. Tip of Mother Earth, they got their own honey.
I know that's right.
Yeah,
some more golden elixir. That's the golden elixir of the pollen, the big pollinator. The golden elixir of the pollinator is extremely nutritious, delicious golden honey.
See? We're just talking about the gold and the elixir and with the honey suit on the honey. He's a honeybee.
The king of the honeybee.
Yeah.
King of the queen bee and honey.
Takes patience to
All
do
right,
that.
so Tip of Mother Earth, and I admit, that's the merger. Been swallowed up, we are one. So this is confirmation on Resurrection Sunday.
Love everybody.
All right.
One love, one love. Yes.
All right. Talk about this for confirmation on Resurrection Sunday. Child, we about to go over to the sound bath.
It was good to see your guest again. What's her name? We also got a glimpse of your guest. Mariana, beautiful. Welcome, welcome. One love.
Thank you.
Yeah, good to meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah, figure out some. Hopefully you got some golden nuggets.
I definitely did.
Yeah, right on. So yeah, we about to go do a sound bath. Talk about some good sex. Sacred energy exchange, baby.
Sacred energy.
Temple got the best sacred energy. You want the best sex, baby? Come hang out at Temple Mother Earth. We got the best sacred energy exchange. And over here in Ward 8, this side of the Anacostia, this side of the Mississippi, baby.
Etheric copulation.
Right. And the beauty of it is you ain't got to be here physically. Just tap in, baby. Just click on the link, baby. Click on the link and just energetic. Just feel the vibes because you are it.
Who's
you feel the vibes.
Who's on the boat?
Don't even know. How Tip of Mother Earth goes.
Everybody.
Yeah. Show up, right?
You know what I'm saying? Everybody can twist a little, look, get that vibration, catch that sound, and keep it moving.
Stir it up.
Right.
That's what it is. Yeah.
That's what the bowl. When you stir in the bowl, that's when you bring about the singing.
Right. It's like the DJ. It's like, oh, who's DJing? It's like, oh, okay, bet. So DJ Quick, DJ that, DJ Kid Capri, DJ this, DJ that. And it's like it's all, it's all the tone. That's how to definitely make that energy, get it all in. It's beautiful.
Copulate.
Copulate.
right.
What's that? Xerox? This is Xerox.
All right. So
One Love and
yeah,
Wellness, Ashe,
some
Heart Happy Hour, season
yeah,
4 on
Woo.
Soulful Sunday with Master Shep, High Priest, Shaman Master Shep, and Bow Master Tony. Ashe. Thank you guys for allowing me to tap in as well and to allow a episode of Heart Happy Hour. It's a long one. We put in some time on this one. We put in some work on Resurrection Sunday. I think we got some golden nuggets out of this one. She said she got
all
some.
right.
I know I got some. Thank you. One love. Ashe.
All right. That's some good shit. Good shit. Let it ride. See y'all next strong. And unless we meet in the ether somewhere in the physical, you know how we roll. Shit, we just pop up.
Yeah, I'm
Throw it
saying?
against the wall and see what sticks. One love.
Yeah.